It is Friday. It is Loving the Skin I'm In, and you are tuned in to Loving the Skin I'm In radio show. Donovan Sadiq and my partner in crime, DK, in the house. A lot of stuff has been going on as we are going into Kenneka Jenkins being buried tomorrow, and it's going to be free. And again, it's going to be at 752 East 114th Street, Chicago, Illinois 60628. The wake is at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and the funeral between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. And hello, live.
Oh my God.
All are welcome, because I'm not the kind of person that's going to let somebody just, use my daughter. But you used her your damn self!
Oh my Lord.
I don't know if you guys have heard. I don't know if you've heard. The mother knew the conclusion of what had happened to her daughter.
When did she know?
I'm not exactly sure what that was, but probably like a week. That's where the Jedediah thing was coming out, and the activists were saying. And a lot of people now are like really upset at the fact that, okay, you have people protesting and out there for you missing work and doing what they're doing, and you knew what the conclusion of your daughter's disposition was.
Why do you think she took so long to come out with it?
Personally?
Yes.
And I want everybody to know this, okay? I don't want everybody to think, yes, I do follow Tommy Sotomayor. I do not like his delivery, but I do like his message. I love black women. I'm surrounded by black women all the time. But I'm also a father, and I'm also an uncle, and I'm going to tell my truth if you like it or not. Your truth might be different than my truth, but then again, there's a lot of people out there that like what I say.
True.
So for all you people that are commenting on my page with some bullshit, what are you going to say now that everything that I alleged was basically spot on? A mom, she didn't seem like a mom that was grieving. There's all these things that I said. I said I could be wrong. I always put that. What do I say?
I could be wrong, but I doubt it.
I could be wrong, but I doubt it. And once again, I shouldn't be doubted. I mean, when you have a basic understanding of a certain situation, this isn't rocket science. You just think basically, what's that saying, D? What is the average of what everybody does? Like when you go to school in math, what's the average of what a person would do?
Right.
This lady wasn't doing that.
Okay, but let's, in all fairness, because we've talked about this before, that, we've talked about this before, that everybody grieves differently. So are you saying that you don't think she was grieving at all, or you just kind of felt like her grieving was off a little bit?
No.
She doesn't miss her child?
No, again, when, in all highlight, when did she ever say, I miss my daughter? When did you ever see her cry tears?
I personally haven't seen her.
Nobody
that
has.
Mean,
I know. It doesn't mean she hasn't.
It doesn't mean that she hasn't.
She hasn't.
Because I personally, after the loss of my mother, have not cried in public.
I did. Oh my God, I did.
I didn't cry in public. I cried at home or in the car. Right. They said she gonna cry in the car. Yeah, I cried in the car, but
right. But at the same time, though, when people talk, do you miss your mom? Yeah, I miss my mom. I miss my loved one. You're gonna say that in publicly. She never says that in the public. Now, what I think what this was about. Okay, if you know the information on your loved one, why are you still going to, because what did she say? I just want the truth to come out, reveal the tape. They showed you the tapes. Remember what I said last week? I said Tuesday her lawyers and them went to do their investigation. 36 hours, 40 cameras of tape. The hotel offered them to come see it.
Right.
She's on live, she's leading protests, even though she knew what had happened to her daughter. Why are you saying, if you knew the truth, I mean, she should have come out and just said, you know what, the tapes, didn't I say that on the show? She should come out and say, the tapes are edited. It's her opportunity to say all these things.
Right.
For what she saw. And then we could come to a conclusion. But you have people out there doing all this stuff for you. Show us the tapes when you knew the tapes we already know the tapes are doctored, whatever the situation is. I think she did this because it's a money grab.
Explain that.
Okay, she has a GoFundMe to bury her daughter. If you're living in the hood, you should put at least insurance on your kids, knowing you're in Beirut. However, she wanted $7,000. She got, I think, over $23,000. So
that was more than that one I saw about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the last time I checked it. Let's say $23,000. You're way above your limit. If you cut the thing off from the time that you found out what the truth was, you're not going to get any more money because as long as you keep this going, this is a theory, you're going to get more money. As long as your GoFundMe is up, you get more money.
But so you're saying that people like yourself who learned that she knew about the what happened to her daughter via the tapes a while ago, you're saying people are upset. They're mad.
Yes.
To find out that, like, wow, you didn't tell us sooner. You
Right.
could have told us so, you know,
Right.
we could have went on about our
the
life.
whole point of the protest was to release the tapes, to find out what
Right.
actually happened to this daughter.
Right.
She saw the tapes. So why are you got these people out there? People are getting arrested.
Right. And you've already got the intel.
You've already got the intel. So, what's that about? So now you're getting people that are getting, not felony charges, but they're getting
They get
charges.
a mark on their record.
Right. Which is
Right.
going to
Affect them
affect
somehow.
them somehow, but they're out there for your daughter. They're out there sacrificing for your daughter. And we know she's on cancer and this is that hot live. Let me tell you something.
Oh my
Okay?
God.
Let me tell you something.
Oh,
Okay? A person of integrity, I'm going to say, hey, look, I saw the tape. Like I said, she should have done. Hey, this is what happened. I believe the tapes are doctored. I believe that there's a conspiracy. I believe the hotel's out. Tell the people that are out there supporting you what's going on.
So do you think, okay, because this is where I'm a little confused. I don't follow it as much as you do. So when the activists, as you would like to call Jim Brown, but his name is somebody else, I forget.
Yeah, Andrew Holmes.
So did she see the tape then?
No.
So he was the first one to see the tape before she was.
Right, but
So
again,
how soon after did she see the tape?
we don't know.
Don't know yet.
I don't know the specifics on that, but according to Jebediah and some of his people that were supporting her.
That Jebediah is the guy that was on camera who was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know I was duped too." Okay.
Right. And some other people that knew, the Rosemont police and the hotel had said, "Yeah, take a look at this." I mean, her lawyers came over, so whenever they saw the tape, she got the answers. I guess speculating over a week ago.
So okay, let's just say it wasn't about money that she didn't tell everybody. Hey.
No, you have to. Hey, lad.
No, see
Sorry,
that hey, by the way, I saw the tapes.
Well, why couldn't she?
I don't know. When you told me about it last night, I immediately thought, well, if I tell everybody, okay, listen, guys, I finally got the tapes. There's nothing else here to see. I know what happened. Immediately, I thought, okay, if she did that, then people are going to stop donating.
Okay.
People are going to stop showing up to the hotel or whatever. And the money stops flowing in. Because I don't understand why you wouldn't. You see all these people, like you said, out here for your better interest. They're, keeping her case alive, trying to find out what happened, release the tapes. You don't care about those people? To at least say, hey, I got the tapes, go home, we've got it, there's nothing else to see, or whatever the case, you're going to leave these people. So to me, automatically, I thought, well, she did that, then the money stops flowing and the sympathy stops flowing.
Exactly. But see, when a person does that, a person that doesn't have integrity, that is really going to hurt other people who might be in a similar situation, and it basically hurts us as black people as a whole, because we might need help, and people are like, you know what, I've been duped before, I'm not doing that anymore.
So do you feel like it's an issue of now people being duped?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, do tell.
And what I mean by being duped, again, why should I help you if I don't even know what your motives are? A person that cares about their daughter, it's like when I asked you about it. You have a daughter. You wouldn't even be on camera. If anything, you would send me out to speak.
Yeah, because I'd be somewhere sedated.
Right, you'd be sedated.
Yes.
You ain't got time to deal with where the money goes and who's doing this and who's doing that. Mm-hmm. If the cause of the justice was to find out this tape to be released, I'm very sure once you saw that tape, because that's what the protests were supposed to be about.
Right.
You would have been satisfied at what you saw.
Right. Okay, so you kind of brought her integrity into question. Are there any other things that make you question her integrity as a person, as a mother, just in general?
I'm gonna say this: you are a product of your environment.
Sure.
I've said that before. So if you're raised in a ghetto, in a place where there's gang violence and gang life, I said this before about Kenneka. I don't know Kenneka, but look, judging by her Facebook pages and things like that, she led a gang-style life. She wasn't new to this. These girls that are walking around with these dudes with their goddamn pants hanging by their damn knees and tattoos and stuff all over this. I mean, she's not new to this. You know, I'm not saying she deserves to die. I'm saying when you live by the sword, you're going to die by the sword.
So let me ask you this, because like you said, some of the feedback on the entities that you release these videos on have been kind of harsh in saying that, you know, we're, but mostly you, because, you know, I'm an angel.
Yes, absolutely.
Are being judgmental. And you don't have any sympathy for her mother and all this other stuff, and you're a hater and all these other things. So what do you say about that?
Okay, here's what I say about that. Let's talk about standards. If there are no standards established, then we're living in the wild, wild west, and it's dog eat dog, and the strongest is going to survive.
Well, it sounds like 2017.
Yeah, well, that's Chirac, and we understand that. But what I'm saying is, it's just like what's been passed down generation to generation. Mm-hmm. You are not going to live long. What's that saying I used to say all the time? You don't grow old being I'm just an old fool now. No, I'm an old fool. But there's a lot of dead young geniuses.
True.
And that's a true statement. So all these young people, if you want to grow and live a nice, long, and productive life, you better listen to these elders who've been there, done that. Because what you're doing is nothing new under the sun.
Right. Well, I don't even know how old because a lot of them were women who took you to task, if you will. I don't know how old they are, but I think you hit on something very important, that standards in society is very low. Their standards are very low. I mean, just think, because we talked about this before we went on, we sound like our parents now.
Yeah.
You know, because they would say the same things. However,
how dare you talk about David Ruffin?
I'm a witness, though. When we were coming up, you didn't have the things that they're going on now. I mean,
we had them, but if they were done in a respectful way.
And two, I guess you could also say that there wasn't social media.
Right.
Now you go on Instagram.
Girl showing all her shit.
Yeah, and I heard somebody say, as actually Dr. Boyce Watkins, he said somebody was saying to him that Instagram models are winning now. That they're winning because they're doing the ass shots and everything is just out there. Well,
remember what I told you? I have a real bad problem in the family court system where they're trying to make the side chick or the girlfriend have the same rights as a legal wife.
Right.
You know, I'm not saying bastardize. You know, you bastardize a child, you bastardize the child. A man should take care of his child. But that does not, I don't think this chick who knew this man was married it's like Kevin Hart's situation. Mm-hmm. The chick knew he was married, but yet she still chose to fuck him.
She didn't know. I'm just telling you what I read.
Well,
what I had read was that she didn't know.
In the information age, you can Wikipedia that and find out. But my point is, there's no standards. Marriage, that don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing.
So what are you gonna say? And I know you pretty much said, you know, earlier on in the show, you don't give a damn.
I don't give a damn because, like I said.
But so how would you try to? I don't know if it's even something you want to do is to let these people who may be listening and feel like you're being judgmental understand.
Yeah, I'm judgmental. I need to be judgmental.
Well, are you judgmental, or are you, like you said earlier, speaking your truth?
I'm speaking my truth based on what I see and the facts that are presented to me. So yes, I'm going to be judgmental by the way that I was raised and what I consider a standard. And I have nieces. Do you think my nieces are going to parade in front of me in their goddamn bra and panties? No, they're not going to do that because the standard is I'm a man, not that I have any ill will toward my thing. That's not acceptable. It's not acceptable.
And the standards come from, you know, your parents and, you know, the higher ups, if you will, in society. Because I remember you and I was having a conversation with a young lady who was roughly about 25 or so, where she said her father would always admonish her because she liked to walk around the house with her booty cheeks hanging out. Mm-hmm. And her father was like, put some clothes on. And so she was like, oh, God. And so she would just keep doing it. Mm-hmm. And so being an older woman, not old like you, but an older woman, as she was telling us this story, see, because this is the problem. And this is kind of how it all ties into the whole Kenneka Jenkins story as far as...
And these women making these bullshit comments with no facts.
Exactly. Or making justifying nonsense and just gutter behavior. So y'all can take me to task all you want to. But as this young lady was telling me and Donovan the story about how she just parades around the house with her booty cheeks hanging out and her dad is always telling her to put some clothes on, I took the high road as the older woman in the conversation and said, you know what? That's not an issue of you asserting your rights as a woman or you being able to do what you want to do. I said, that's an issue of disrespect. I said, furthermore, why would you want to walk around your father with your butt hanging out? And why would he need to tell you more than once to stop doing that?
Right.
So I said, don't make this about, well, I have rights and times have changed.
Nothing to do with that.
Respect is not timeless.
Right.
And so a lot of times, and this is kind of where I think you come under attack. Now, admittedly, you do be saying some wild stuff.
Well, but the thing is, am I wrong?
No, but I agree with you because, I don't have a problem with telling you, okay, you tripping.
Right.
But it's like, am I tripping or am I telling the truth? Because a lot of times these young girls, including my daughter, the next topic we're going to talk about, she was like, well, you sound like you're being judgmental. I'm like, why is it that I'm being judgmental when I'm asking for somebody just to be respectful or to show respect? That doesn't...
Or respect themselves.
Yeah, that's not outdated. Times have changed, so what? We should just throw morals into the street?
And then here's another thing that these so-called women who... And the first thing a black woman throws at you, and I got to say this, nobody asked you what your fucking educational level is. Oh. This isn't an educational, I got a PhD, so that makes you an expert. No, you can have nothing and have an opinion.
True.
So I'm going to put that out there. I don't give a damn about your educational background. Number two, I'm a man, so my perspective automatically is going to be different than your perspective.
True. But at the same time, we should be respectful in... Now, it'd be different if you were just totally and just being an ass is in regards to Teresa the Hot Chick Martin. Not my name for her own name. It'd be different
and all those sites have been taken down, by the way.
Okay, yeah, I noticed that. So it'd be different if
and that's another thing I was right about. Isn't it funny?
It'd be different if you were, really just doing a Tommy Sotomayor because that Negro got issues. Let's be honest.
Okay, he does got issues.
You'll send me his stuff and... I'll be honest with you. I'm mad that I even clicked on it to give him a like or a view because I'm like, I can't listen to more than 2 minutes of it because I can't deal with the black whores and the black bitches and all these. I can't deal with that.
I understand that, but can you see? You gotta as adults, sometimes we gotta listen past the filter and see what the message. No, and that's fine.
Can't do it,
and that's fine. Like I said. Do I like his delivery? I don't like Tommy's delivery. But as a man, do I understand what he's saying? And am I seeing this for myself?
Okay.
Yes.
To me, with Tommy, who I think is a total douchebag, I'm just going to go ahead and say that. I think he's...
And as a woman, you're going to say that. But
no, it's not even be me as a woman because I think you know me long enough that I'm objective and I'm able to see things from a different point of view. Mm-hmm. But I think Tommy... is milking this to death as well.
I told you it's his hustle.
And and so he's making money off of this.
Controversy sells.
But if you notice with Tommy, before he kind of cleaned up his act, he was, oh gosh, I just want to talk about the black women.
Yes. Those black whores!
Yeah, but he didn't got back to that. You black bitches, you black whores. Because the gravy train with the white folks is over. So now he's trying to creep back and, dogging out black women again. So Kenneka Jenkins and her mother now has been his hustle.
Yes.
To just beat this woman down. And does she deserve it? I don't say she deserves to be beaten down, but I think she's brought on a lot of it to
criticized, yes.
Yes.
When you go on social media, just like we're on social media right now, I don't have a problem with people criticizing me. As long as you bring facts with it or... You know what I mean? You got to have something with it.
Feelings.
Yeah, over feelings. Don't just say, oh, you're a coon, because I have an opinion that, and usually when I say my opinion, I bring it back with what I'm trying to say.
Well, because we know there are some real coons out there, Tommy being one. I mean, just be honest, Tommy's a coon. But a lot of times people...
Power with your tongue. Go ahead.
Power with your coons. But I think a lot of times the word coon gets thrown around loosely when I don't agree with you. Right. You're a coon.
Right.
Because I don't agree with you. But this is the thing that I was explaining to my daughter as well. We kind of got into a little heated argument. My daughter's a very smart chick.
Very smart girl.
But, she's young too, so she's going to see things from her point of view. But I'm like, at some point in time, we can't be scared to hold each other accountable and say, different things. Hey, young sister, you're a beautiful girl. Do you really need to be taking pictures on Instagram with your ass out? Because one day you're going to want to do something serious. And we've had this conversation with a few young women because, we know a lot of people.
In NAACP.
Yeah, so we talk to people. Is that something you really want to do? Now, we could be like everybody else. Well, shoot, that's her business.
Yeah, don't say nothing. Or how about this? we're telling you that because what you do today could come back and bite you in the ass down the road. So when you want that 6-figure salary job and they do a Google search on your ass and they see your ass.
And they actually see your ass.
Yeah, all up on the internet, then you're going to be saying, oh, I should have listened. And I'm going to give a better example. My own family member, my brother right now, I told him 12 years ago, you need to get your CCF, you need to get your ass in college and get at least your associate degree so you can be promotable. Didn't do it. What's he doing now? He is now finishing his degree so that he can be promotable to the next position that they want him to have. But he can't have it because he doesn't check the box.
And I will say this too, because you brought up degrees earlier about how, and I did see the comments where, one lady was giving you her rap sheet of degrees that she has. You got 11 of them.
I got 11 of them.
I got 2 of them. I rarely talk about it though, because to me that's not important in the larger scheme of things. Like you said, that piece of paper don't get you no hustle. It don't give you common sense. It doesn't give you, all this does is validate you that you finished all these damn credits and got all these damn student loans.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
But it's like, what are you gonna do with it? You know, that don't make you right.
Right. It doesn't make you right. And like I said, and for me having all my degrees, I'm just like a person who likes to read. That's all. I like to read different and do different things.
And you got a little piece of paper that says
that I'm skilled in it. Very
right.
good. So
that you did the necessities.
The necessities. So my thing with Hala is the fact that, as I said before, she doesn't seem to be grieving. She doesn't seem, and again, I agree with you.
I didn't say nothing.
No, I agree with you. Everybody grieves different. But come to find out, she knew that her daughter, they had shown her the situation, and I think it's very disrespectful when the people that are out there supporting you, spending their time, their money, because time is money, and you don't even have the respect to tell them, okay, I've got what I said I wanted to get. So you let this shit play out, and then the money issue. If your daughter died right now, are you concerned about what money I raise and what money and what I do with it?
I'm telling y'all would have to come visit me at the local state hospital, which is Patton State Hospital,
right. And
they'd be like, we're sorry you wasted your time. She is not even capable of talking to you.
Right. One flew over cuckoo's nest.
Yes, really. We had to do a lobotomy on her crazy ass.
Yeah. So a lot is starting to come out, and from the latest sources that I understand is she was roofied. There was drugs in her system.
Mm-hmm. This is the toxicology report, or?
I'm not sure where they're getting this information, but from what we understand from the people that are near the mom and what they saw, and the reason why the police have not made a statement or come out yet is because they're rounding these suspects up.
Oh.
So they don't want to play their hand, which law enforcement does. It takes a quick second. However, this is just what's on the internet. And what's her name? Keela Brown, who was Nene 2 times.
Okay.
But her name is Keela Brown.
Oh, yeah, you sent me that.
Yeah.
She was getting on my damn nerves.
Yeah, no, she gets on your nerves, but from the very point, she was right on her assumptions of what she thought was going on. She was pretty much nailed it. Mm-hmm. And on her page, basically, she was alleging that the girl was roofied. There is videotape that shows exactly what happened to this girl. And she was not raped in the room. She was basically beat down and stomped on in the basement.
Damn.
And they got video. And I don't understand, why is it that cell phone video is better than the video in the damn hotel?
Have you seen the video?
I've seen something.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was in a court of law, there's no way I can say without a benefit of the doubt who was in that picture because it's so pixelated. Okay. But there's something going on, and it looks like Kenneka, a person in a blue outfit, kicking and trying to get up, and they're beating something down.
Oh, wow. Okay,
so, and all this is going to come out in time, but I got to see Keela Brown. She's pretty much on it, in what she's saying. So, and I hate the fact that because somebody might be a yo-yo type, remember Kilo Martin?
No, to me it ain't even that. And see, because I'm into information. I don't necessarily have a problem with her delivery. I mean, even the other chick that you like watching, that's Yvonne.
Yeah, Yvonne, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with all the whoop whoop and I personally don't like a whole lot of cursing when I listen to stuff. I'm into information, and so to me the information was kind of it just wasn't conclusive. It was just
speculation.
It wasn't even speculation. It was just wavering and waffling. I'm like, what are you saying? And so I couldn't continue watching because I didn't know where she was getting at. I was getting confused, like motion sickness.
Right. Well, actually, there's a clip of the video. We're going to play it right now, and you guys take a look at it and tell us what you think.
Did they say anything about any obvious marks on her, anything like that?
No, they didn't let us see her until they put her in the body bag. We didn't see none down here. We only saw her from neck on up. And her hair was all over her head. It looked like she was fighting. I asked her friends how was her hair was when she left out the hotel. They said her hair was flat and straight down. And when I saw it, it looked like it was just all over her head. It didn't add up. It didn't add up.
Y'all don't see them people move back there? Wait a minute. What I'm showing y'all is these people back here. I'm showing y'all these people back here. So you mean tell me a girl that's staggering, and drunk like that, ain't nobody gonna say nothing? Didn't nobody see nothing? Hold up. It's like three. Started fighting. She trying to get up. Right here. You can tell somebody kicking and fighting. Somebody fighting. Somebody fighting, trying to get up. You can see the blue jean jacket and everything. They're kicking. See them kicking and fighting? See them back there kicking and fighting? You can tell that she go right there. You can look at the blue jean jacket. You can see the blue jean jacket. She on the floor kicking. Kicking. Why she gonna try to raise up? She kicking. Somebody kicking. They on the ground kicking. Somebody fighting. Look. See? You can see the blue jean jacket. See that? Look at it. See they kicking. They on the floor. They on the ground. See? You can see the jacket. That's a female. She on the ground kicking. Look. Right there. Look. That's a female. Trying to get up. She kicking. Look. Watch. It's a female kicking. Trying to get up. She fighting. You see that? That's a female kicking. See that? That's somebody fighting, kicking, trying to get up. Something's happening in this corner right here. That's a female. They holding a female down. That's a female they fighting. Tell me y'all don't see that. Tell me y'all don't see that.
So after watching that, again, I told you it was pixelated, everything that was going on with it. Like I said, you're going to come to your conclusions, more is going to come out. But basically, she did not walk into a freezer. That's why that video was never going to come out. Because that is not what happened.
Well, they admitted that it doesn't exist.
Yes, and also the police. Remember when I said that that part of the video was the girl and part of it wasn't?
Right.
I was right. Oh, again, but I'm cooning. Again, I could be wrong.
But I doubt it.
But I doubt it. And I was right again. And as a military person, I'm telling you, psyops, that's what they do. They will take something to make your brain think, well, yeah, that does look like you, but then again, it's not. So when she's walking through the kitchen, that is Kenneka Jenkins. But the girl stumbling around, and you can see her bra thing, that was a reincarnation made by the police department. Now, why they would do that, to me, that would bring more confusion into the mix when you release those kind of tapes. But then again, maybe the police did that so that the perpetrators of this crime could feel that they got away with it and give them more time to really go and build their case.
I mean, to me, the whole thing is still very confusing. And I guess the question still is out there as to what happened to this girl. What happened? Like, give me the deal. What really happened to this child? Because everybody's got this speculations and this that could have happened, and it's worse than the JFK scandal.
No, that's not worse than JFK scandal.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, they're blowing it up.
It's worse than where's Jimmy Hoffa?
Well, think about this. When somebody dies and they've been confirmed to be dead, where's the death certificate? There hasn't even been a death certificate issued. It
has not been issued, or she just not received it.
We don't know. The thing is, it's been over 30 days now. So where's the certificate?
What? I mean, come on.
There is a criminal investigation.
She's dead, right?
Supposedly.
What would be the need to lie about her being dead?
I have no idea. Maybe she joined Tupac in the Witness Protection Program.
Okay, it was Kenneka Jenkins, not Beyonce. I mean, I'm just saying, no shade to Kenneka, R.I.P.
Right.
But to me, just to assert that she's not dead, I think now we're going into
there's a lot of theories out there,
silliness.
But supposedly she was beaten to death. The mother was given the cause of death. There was no video of her walking to the freezer. She was put into the freezer.
Who would beat her to death?
Remember I told you you're a product of your environment. You go to this girl's page, she's throwing up gang signs and all this other stuff. Now, I've never lived in the hood or whatever. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't, but I have an opinion. I just have an opinion. I saw Boys in the Hood. I saw Menace to Society.
Well, that qualifies you.
I'm an expert now. But and I got relatives that live that lifestyle. You cannot tell me that this girl isn't a gang. She possibly could been a gang member herself, for all we know.
That's kind of the speculation I heard in her family, a brother.
Right. Her brother is 18 years old. He's murdered somebody.
And he's on the run.
No. The brother's in jail right now. The younger brother. The boyfriend is the one that's on the run. That's Monifa's boyfriend. Is on the run, and he's a suspect of interest. This lady has already lost 6. She birthed 6 children. 3 of them have been destroyed.
What happened to the third one?
The older brother, I think, was killed.
Oh my God! What?
Now, Kenneka's father, I think, was killed.
Jesus.
So you can't tell me the mother wasn't aware. Are you aware of the friends that your daughter has?
For the most part, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And so Ray, you don't hang out with Ray. It's not
even though she's away, college several hundred miles away, I do know.
Right, but I'm talking about as a minor or somebody younger.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But I would say this too. I'm appalled, and I think appalled is not even a strong enough word, at some of you parents. I'm going to say you parents because my daughter is 25 almost. I'm appalled at some of you parents who allow your adolescent children to have a cell phone and you watch them scroll for hours and hours and hours, and you don't even watch to see your ass over to the phone and say, hey, Sally or Bob, who are you talking to? What are you doing? You just letting them just go and go. You don't even, because the parents are probably doing it too. But I just wonder that, like, your daughter could be talking to some 90-year-old man in Wisconsin getting ready to meet somewhere. She's thinking it's Ray Sean, around the corner. I mean, I'm appalled. Like,
that's where we're at today in society.
Like, parents need to really get the reins back on their children.
Oh my God, how dare you tell me how to raise my children?
I can't tell you how to raise your children, but I tell you how to raise mine. And mine is off getting her education. And speaking of degrees, she got one and about to go get another one. Mm-hmm. And then after that, she gonna go get another one.
How many babies she got?
She ain't got one.
Why is that?
Because she know goddamn well that I was not finna be that grandma. That's my baby. Go ahead and leave that baby here with me. No, boo. You gonna raise it. I'll be here to help you do the very best that I can. But I'm not taking care of no babies because I raised you and 3 of your nieces and nephews, your cousins. Mm-hmm. And I'm not that kind of mom. I'm 46 years old. I'm too young to be a grandma. She all that she knew.
In Mrs. Jenkins' opinion, this is my opinion. This lady knew what environment she lived in. She knew what kind of friends her kids hang out with. You had 6 children, and 3 of them are gang related. And then your daughter that isn't has kids of her own, and her boyfriend was murdered.
Yeah, but you know what, Donovan? You just being judgmental. You can't. Now I'm telling you, you can't tell people what to do with their kids. But at the same time, that does become our problem, whether we know it or not. We talked about this last night. This does become our problem because we're gonna pay financially, physically. If your kids are involved in gang activity, how do I know that I won't be the one walking down the street and get bumped over the head or whatever the case, get a straight bullet in my ass because so that trickles down to the rest of society. So when you have these people talking about, well, you need to mind your business, stop being judgmental, do I really? Because when you don't, as to your point, don't have life insurance on your child, you're going to have the audacity to have a GoFundMe account because you were irresponsible. But then, is it my business then?
Right.
Do I get to say something to you then?
But wait a minute. But let me, as a man, say, you got a GoFundMe account, but your daughter has weave in her hair, she's got an MCM bag, you got this, you got that. You're living in an apartment, you're on Section 8, your nails are done, she's got tattoos, you've got tattoos, blah, blah, blah. Oh, how dare you criticize? I'm criticizing the way we, as black people, think.
Well, in all fairness, because I like to, qualify or quantify, rather. It's not all black people. It's not.
It's not.
I don't even want to say it's the majority of black people because there's a lot of majority of black. No, I don't even think it's that. I just think, unfortunately, because it's not a lot of us, it's 13% of us in the United States.
Right, 30% of the population.
So when we do stuff, it's like, boom, when we do it. When white people do it, it's like,
well, what?
Because there's not that many of us.
Yes, but what I don't like is the fact that, okay, you're in Chirac, and I think this is a damn shame, and this is where I agree with Tommy. These girls, these women, or let me just say, not even women, these girls are having babies and being friends with their babies instead of being parents. When I look at that boy that is on the run right now, he's a suspect. It looks like he's mentally deranged. What up? You know where I'm at, boo? It just seems...
Did you say mentally deranged?
No, I mean, it's almost like, are we retarded?
No, I understand what you're saying.
And then when you look at these kids on their social media, illiterate. They're practically illiterate in how they write. It's like reading Chinese.
Well, in all fairness, I see a lot of grown people writing like that.
That's true. But
yeah.
But there's more people that are educated,
I get
without a doubt.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, though, that's what we're raising. And, I mean, here's this kid. I mean, when a kid doesn't know right from wrong, their idea is just to take or steal from somebody. How dare I say right and wrong? But they're the first one to talk about I'm a Christian. This lady...
Ooh, you better watch out now. Hold
on. Wait.
I want those lightning bolts to hit me.
Hey, okay, we'll step back a little bit. Highlight. This woman talking about love the Lord and do all that, but she's cursing every second word.
Come on, RC. Don't be judgmental. Let the first man without sin cast the first stone.
Look out, I'm about to throw it.
I mean, I know what I'm saying. I'm being facetious, obviously, but that's what you hear. It's like, well, you don't get to worry about her, what she doing. No, you're right. At the end of the day, I don't
I'm
gonna
care.
go to my house. She gonna go to her house, and we gonna do our things separately.
Right.
But at the same time, the beautiful thing about social media, and I hate this argument. When people say, well, you know, you shouldn't be saying A, B, C, and D. Well, you shouldn't have put it out there.
Right. You're on social media. If you put your shit out on social media, I have every right to criticize it.
But like you said, to your point about her pages, she did take them down. I guess she's got this Instagram page now that's in homage to her daughter. But before that, she was wilding out. You know, she put.
Can you do a split on a?
Yeah, so she had that up, and you know, said that was one of the last moments that they had together.
But that's something you should keep to yourself, and that's something
totally
you do not want to put.
However, I can't, like as I always say, I can't tell people how to raise their child. I can only tell you how I raised mine.
Right, but don't get mad at me because I'm criticizing what I'm seeing.
Well, you know, my dad always has the saying, which I really love: if you can't take my advice, you can't take my money either. So with that, you know, she's got this GoFundMe. She's soliciting funds to help bury her daughter and whatever the case is. And so, yeah, if you're asking people to donate money, I think you should be able to take what people are saying to you. Well, I don't mind giving you these $5 to $10. However, why would you put that video up of you doing a split on the dick?
Right.
I'm curious because to me that's odd. I'm not saying it's, you know, odd for you, but it's odd.
And just think about men that are real men out here. What father is gonna think that that's acceptable? That this is what you're doing with your daughter or my daughter?
I would say this, and I'm not a man. I don't think I'm not a man.
For now, no.
You goddamn right. But I just can't think of too many men, as you said, that would be cool with that. And so it makes me wonder if there are male figures around. Let's just say, you know, to Teresa's case, if there are men around, what kind of men are they that would allow you know, to me it's odd. Like my daughter's father, if she says, well, you know, Dad, look at this video me and Mom made. He's going to cock his head to the side and say, is you out your goddamn mind? And she's almost 25.
And you know, a situation like that, I would go down to the family court off thing and be like, I'm taking my child from you.
So either the father's absent or the father's absent-minded. And it's like, well, oh well.
I'm just saying, mama. Again, it goes back to standards.
She get it from her mama.
Yeah, but it goes back to standards of society. When these kids are out here 16, 15 years old, and they're in and out of juvenile hall because that's what their daddy did, like it's normal. That's not normal.
When you don't know better.
That's true, and I'm all for that. But what I'm saying is, women, black men, when we see, and that's another thing we talked about this.
Watch out now.
Black women, especially, talk about, well, the black men aren't standing up. Okay. I make a conclusion from what I see, which I was right.
Okay.
Oh, how dare you? We're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't. So you know what? I'm going to go get me a Becky.
No, you're not going to get you a Becky, okay?
You know? Jesus Christ.
No, but I do agree with you. You're right. If you say something... Now, I agree, delivery is important because I cannot listen to your boy Tommy. I cannot, and matter of fact, don't see me not one more damn video of Tommy. Not one, not another. Because I can't do it.
I'm trying to get you and Tommy on the show together.
Please do it, but make sure you have some boxing gloves. I just can't do it. So, yeah, delivery is important, but yeah, we can't, as black women, or even women in general, but since we're talking about black women, we can't say, well, y'all men need to step up. Yeah, we really need you to do your part. And then when a man says, okay, sugar, now, I don't think it's appropriate that the child is with you talking about doing a split on the dick. And then you say, you don't tell me what to do. You can't tell that lady what to do. That's just having fun. It was a challenge.
Or the way she's dressed, the child's dressed.
Yes. Or... You know what? I'm 46 years old. Don't look at they over 26. Okay? But the other day, when I went to see my dad a week or so ago, I had a dress. And I see some of the dresses I wear.
Yes, Lord.
Not terribly short, but my dad is 73.
Lord. Yes, Lord.
You know what he told me out the blue? You need to lengthen your dresses. It's showing all your pretty legs. Nobody needs to see that. And I'm like, okay, Daddy. I just say, well, now shoot, you don't get to tell me what to do. These are my legs. I'm grown. I said, okay, Daddy. It was too short for him, so when I go in his presence, I'm going to wear a longer dress.
It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Yeah, and it's by having respect. He is a man who is my father, is telling me from a man's point of view. My dad, I respect my dad's opinion. Sure. He's from the old school. You know, he likes beautiful women, but he don't want to see his child out like they're like that, because he's like, I want you to be respected. Not that I was wearing no host stroll dress. Right. But I could have argued with Daddy. You ain't been able to tell me what to do since I was 18. I do. Okay, Daddy.
Well, it's like me when I put my foot down with my sons. All right, I want to get a tattoo. What are you, a leader or you're a follower? Okay, you want to get a tattoo? Okay, when you turn 18 and you leave your mama's house and all that, and you get out the house, you can have a tattoo. But until then, you ain't getting shit.
Well, and I mean, you stand under somebody's roof. Those are the
standards.
Rules. Yeah, they're standard. I got 3 tattoos, and again, you'll never know them unless I show them to you. Well, they're not all on my neck.
Well, Al told me.
Well, yeah, he can see them. he can see them from a very good, specific view. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with tattoos. Just for me, I'm not having them all up and down my legs and my arms. It just kind of starts looking kind of way out there then.
Right, but again, this all goes back to standards of society. What does society say is correct so that we live in a civilized society? When I see 15 and 16-year-old young men with their damn pants on their knees and their mamas don't even have the common sense to correct them, and then they rather just take rather than work, we have a problem in the community.
Well, half the time the mamas ain't going to say nothing because the kids are the boss.
My mom used to tell me, you don't find nobody.
Oh, it fell off a truck.
Right, yeah, you don't find. Yeah, you don't find a wife.
But there's a lot of kids who can go home with a brand new something.
And mama won't say.
And the mama say, where you get that from? Oh, I found it. Well, let's go back to where you found it, because maybe they're looking for it.
Right.
But yeah, we don't. I'm not saying all of us. Some not just mothers, but fathers too are out there like that.
Right. We have 2 generations of children that have been raised lawless.
I was working at the after-school program, and this little boy, he's about 12, he's a 7th grader, told one of the other volunteers or whatever, "You ain't my daddy. You can't tell me what to do."
But you're in a program that is sanctioned by the community that's paying for this. This guy.
But where would you even get that from? That you could talk to this grown man like that?
His mama.
Right, because I couldn't talk to no grown up like that and go home and be, mama, I told him he ain't my daddy.
In my time in the military, you can actually hear, because back in the day, you tell a guy, shut the fuck up, I'm talking.
Yeah.
Young men would just shut up. Because it's a man telling you to shut up.
No,
exactly. And you can see the feminization in these young boys.
You ain't my daddy.
Yeah, or they want the last word.
Oh, yeah.
And you're looking at them like, what the fuck? Motherfucker, I just told you to shut up. Yeah, but...
I'm telling you, I used to want to be a teacher. Now you couldn't pay me to do it. There's no amount of money you can pay me to be a teacher in some of these schools. Most of these schools, the kids are just out of control, and they're getting that from home. You can't teach these kids anymore because you're too busy disciplining the children.
Right, and they're not getting disciplined at home, or the mom
doesn't give a
damn. And the mom doesn't give a damn. And again, I'm gonna have to agree with Tommy, regardless of your situation.
And I'm gonna have to disagree just because it's Tommy.
You women are picking the fathers of your children, so it ain't like somebody's forcing you to say, okay, Kunta and you get together like in Roots.
Did you say Kunta?
Well, like in Roots. Remember in Roots?
Right.
Where the slave master told you who you're gonna mate with because you wanted the best specimen.
Got it.
So these women are saying, oh yeah, he's a thug and he's a Pyru Crip and I'm going to go hang with him. You know he's a Pyru Crip. You know he's not going to be there. But then you have children with them and then you expect the child to go off and be a scholar. Not saying that he wouldn't, because some do.
Absolutely.
Some do. What was that, Boys in the Hood? Trey went off to Morehouse. He went off to Morehouse. But
So in conclusion,
what I'm saying is we are not raising the